means exactly, Nasa v'nishma. It's not possible to do before you hear what you're supposed to do. How could you say Nasa v'nishma? Also, to analyze, what we have in this week's Parsha, this Shabbos is called Shabbos Shkolin. We learn in this week's Parsha about the mitzvah of giving a machzas hashekel for the Beis Hamikdash. And Chazal teach us that Moshe Rabbeinu, Miskasha Moshe Rabbeinu doesn't understand this mitzvah of machzas hashekel until the Eibush showed him matpei shel eish. The Eibush showed him actually a shekel of fire, and then he comprehended the mitzvah of machzas hashekel, which is also hard to understand. Moshe Rabbeinu is told that Eden should give a machzas hashekel. What's the big deal? Why do we have to show Moshe Rabbeinu matpei shel eish, and without that he doesn't understand the mitzvah of machzas hashekel? Another point to ponder on is it says in the pasuk, Chazal say that it means to say whoever crossed the Yam Suf, there's a mitzvah of giving a machzas hashekel. It seems that the Torah is making some sort of connection between the crossing of the Yam Suf and the mitzvah of machzas hashekel. Where did the two things come together? Because they crossed the Yam Suf, so they're obligated to give machzas hashekel. What do the two things have in connection? Davening this coming Shabbos, we're going to daven by Musaf. We're going to say the special tefillah of Parashat Shkolin. It's found in all the Siddurim. And it says over there, the tefillah, Doidi Zechayli Shiklei Ephraim. Hashem is called Doidi, my beloved one, should remember for me the Shiklei Ephraim. The Shkolim that Avram Avinu gave to Ephraim when he bought the Ma'aras HaMachpelah. Hashem should remember these shkolim that Avram Avinu paid to Ephraim. Hashem should remember the merit of these shkolim till the last generation, till the end of time. That's one of the tefillahs that we say in the Musaf of Shabbos Shkolim this coming Shabbos. We have to understand what's the special merit, what's the big deal that Avram Avinu paid for the Ma'aras HaMachpelah. He needed a grave Sarah, so he brought a grave to Sarah. So that we have to remember till the Doyer Achrei. We're supposed to remember this, the Eibush should remember the schus of the machzas hashekel of the Doyer Achrei. What is this? What is the significance of these shkolim that we have to remember it until the Doyer Achrei? So we'll start with this. That when we say Nasa before Nishma, Nishma actually has two interpretations. The simple definition of Nishma is to hear, to listen, to hear. But Nishma also means to understand. Sheme'ani means not literally I hear, but Sheme'a means that I comprehend and I understand the logic and the meaning of what you're saying. Now, when the Yidden say Nasa before Nishma, the Yidden said with that, they declared with that we're willing to accept and to do the Ratzon Hashem even without comprehending any logic and any reasoning to what Hashem's saying. It doesn't matter to us. If Hashem said it, we're prepared to do it. For example, Hashem said to the Eden when they were standing in front of the Yam Suf, V'yisou, just go ahead, jump into the sea. And seemingly there's no logic in that. Let's try to escape. Let's try to have a war with the Mitzvah. Maybe we'll be able to, at least some of us will survive, some will run away, maybe we'll win the war, maybe we'll lose, maybe some will lose. To jump into a sea without any chance of survival seems totally meaningless. However, Hashem said, Vayisou, go, jump in, and the Eden jumped in. Nachshon ben Aminadab was the first, and the Medrash says that every single individual Yid had to jump into the sea until the water came to the point that he was about to lose it, then the sea splits for him. But in other words, the Eibishter said to go, you go. And Eden showed that they're willing to accept and to do what Hashem tells them to do, even without seeing any reasoning and any understanding of that command. Similarly, we find by Avraham Avinu. Avraham Avinu said, Avraham Avinu was promised, Ki v'Yitzchak yikar l'cha zara. From your son Yitzchak will evolve the Jewish nation, and you'll have a whole nation of Klal Yisrael from Yitzchak. At a later point, Hashem tells Avraham Avinu, take Yitzchak, your son, and bring him for a korban oil. Now, when Avraham comes to the Akedah, and he's about to bring his son for a korban,